This episode of Cousins & Sons is brought to you by the Masani Group. As you guys know, Garon and I train Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. One of our black belts is not only a black belt in BJJ, but also in the housing market. It can help you get the best deals on homes in the greater Los Angeles area. Just call the Masani Group at 626-263-0434 or visit their website at themasanigroup.com. This episode of Cousins & Sons is brought to you by Authentic Muay Thai Supply. This is an online fightwear store where you can find the best, most authentic Muay Thai protection gear, training gear, boxing gloves, and Muay Thai shorts straight up from Thailand. Good prices, good people. Check them out over at AuthenticMuayThaiSupply.com and enjoy this episode of the podcast.
Yeah.
Nailed it, Pepper.
You'll be proud of someone. Just give me a chance to make yourself. If you don't like me here, I will be someone else.
Oh, and we're back.
Yeah.
Another episode of Cousins & Sons podcast. Your host, Eric Pepper, and my dear, dear cousin, Garon Atencio.
Yeah.
And our guest, the very funny, our friend, Noah Copfer, everybody.
Yeah. Yes. Hell yeah. I'm so stoked to be here. Fuck yeah.
Good to see you, brother.
Oh, good to see you.
Bro,
Thanks
you're
for
just
having
such
me.
a good-looking son of a bitch.
Oh, fucking thank you,
You know
dude.
what I mean?
So are you,
very
both
handsome.
of you gentlemen are very...
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Dude, I usually am not into redheads, but Copfer.
Yeah, most people aren't. Dude, they're honest to God, they're hit or miss. Straight up.
Yeah,
Like
true.
I've seen some, and
true.
I'm like, good God, who let you outside? And then there's others that are like, wow.
I feel like it comes either in like a 2 or an 8. You know
Oh,
what
yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm a 5.
You're beautiful, you son of a bitch.
You're a beautiful man.
You're a
Thank
10,
you.
dude.
You always
From
look so
redhead.
cool.
You know what I mean?
just
You're on the redhead scale, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys are on your own scale. You guys have your own scale.
Scale.
Scales.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready for some Travis?
Us
Absolutely.
first, Copfer.
All right, the cousins are at it again. The cousins have won one time. Okay, one time.
One
They
time.
have lost, I believe,
One time.
8 times
Okay,
now.
cool.
So there's no pressure, Noah. But if you don't beat them, you're retarded. That's the rule.
Perfect. Great. I'm glad we picked a topic that I know nothing about.
And
for
you're
little
not a
bit.
sports fan because we are
Garon
Pepper has
actually
picks.
might be all right on this one.
Maybe.
Do I just have to answer like as fast as possible?
No, this is a
No.
Family Feud style.
All right, so it'll be like you're going to
Okay.
do your turn. We're going to do 10 questions. You guys get 5 each. If you get yours wrong, cousins have a chance to steal. Then it goes down to 50-50, and you can get your own question
around.
back. But if you miss that, question goes away. We move on. If it's
Yeah, good
tied
luck,
5 to
everybody.
5, at the end we do a lightning round, and that's whoever's the fastest.
Oh,
But you get a gentleman's lead here. So you
Well,
ready for your first
you are the
sports
guest.
trivia question?
Yeah, absolutely.
First question: what NFL football player? I can't talk today already. What NFL football player star was acquitted of murdering his wife in 1995? Walter Payton, O.J. Simpson, Lawrence Taylor, or Mike Ditka?
It's Cuba Gooding Jr. Who played O.J. Simpson?
There it is. It didn't make a fun noise.
Make a ding.
Did it make a ding?
Oh, my God.
That's okay. I dinged.
So
I
does this
dinged
website
hard.
doesn't work?
Yeah.
Ding.
But okay, I'll make all the noises
Good.
from here on
Oh,
out.
that's-
All right, so ding 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 ding. There
Yay.
we go. All right, so question number 2. This is for the cousins. What boxer actually bit off a chunk of his opponent's ear during a fight?
Easy one.
Sonny Liston, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield, or
one is
Tommy
it?
It's
Morrison?
funny when you said the first one, knowing what the answer was, I said it with a lisp. Tony Liston.
It's like something I'm not really proud of. Something I don't like really talking
I
about.
don't bring it up a lot, but now that we have to talk about
Did I
it,
get an
it's
answer?
Mike
a public
Tyson.
platform.
Mike Tyson. Ding, 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 ding.
Yay.
2, 1 and 1.
right.
1 and 1.
1 and 1. We
Neck and
said
neck.
Neck and neck here in the
The tortoise and the
Okay.
hare are currently racing.
round.
We got a tie-ball game here. Okay, question number 3 for Noah. What celebrity was banned from Major League Baseball for allegedly gambling on the game? Was it old Darryl Strawberry, Pete Rose, Nolan Ryan, or Sandy Koufax?
Is it Sandy Koufax?
That is incorrect.
Shit.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Cousins, you now have a chance to
What are
steal.
the 3?
Darryl Strawberry, Pete Rose, Nolan Ryan.
I don't know.
Let's do Pete Rose.
That is correct. I only know that because I'm
we're
a
gaining on
huge
you.
Cincinnati Reds fan.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
They
I
should
can
let
do
him
this.
back in. He was one of the greatest baseball players of all
Dude,
time.
yeah.
All right, question number 4 for the Cousins, who are now in the lead, 2-1, beating Noah. Number 4. What name was What name was Sports Illustrated swimsuit model Elle McPherson born with? Was it Elizabeth Kaminsky, Elizabeth Cornwell, Eleanor Gow, or Eleanor Mincer?
That does? No.
Yeah, that's for you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
listening at
Really?
all.
Are you okay with that?
I was
Let's-
really taking it all in, this whole new
Eleanor
setup,
Minster.
not going to lie.
You say Eleanor Mincer?
Yeah.
Yeah, go with it.
That is incorrect. Noah,
All
you have
right.
3 choices. Elizabeth
I'm glad you did because
Kaminsky.
that was the sword I was going to die on. I was like, Minster sounds cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I thought. Eleanor.
So we
That's
got
what I remembered.
Elizabeth Kaminsky, Elizabeth Cornwell, or
She must be
Eleanor
Polish.
Gow.
Kaminsky?
That is also incorrect. It's 50-50 for the Cousins. Elizabeth Cornwell or Eleanor Gow.
Eleanor Gow.
That is correct. All right, it is
Oh my
3-1.
Uh-oh.
I'm a fool. All right, I've had enough of this shit. All right. All right.
We got a little-
3-1.
I'm a little heated.
you
It's like
get-
when you play a video game and you're like, all right, now I'll take
Yeah.
it serious because
Yeah.
I'm leaning forward now.
If the Cousins get 2 more right, actually, the Cousins
It's
get
not gonna
3
happen,
more
but
right.
Theoretically,
they
what's gonna
secure
happen?
their victory, I think. I really am not good at game show math, but nevertheless, we'll figure it out. Number 5 for Noah. What basketball player claimed to have had sex with 20,000 women?
Jesus.
Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Wilt Chamberlain, or Charles Barkley?
Can you say the names one more time?
Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Wilt Chamberlain, or Charles Barkley?
You're Charles Barkley?
That is incorrect.
Fuck!
Oh, God, dude. You are.
Okay, now
You're shittier than we are.
Damn it.
So what were the 3?
Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Wilt Chamberlain.
So it's either
I'm gonna go
MJ
Chamberlain.
or Chamberlain. Which one do you think it is?
I think Chamberlain. I just can't see MJ like saying something like that.
I
But
know.
I can at the same
Damn,
time.
Oh,
you know,
really?
It was
he's-
between Chamberlain. Well, I don't
You
know.
can?
but did he have time to do that? It
I was
Chamberlain.
thinking before he read the answers. I was thinking it was gonna be Magic Johnson.
I did too.
But,
then
like,
I honestly thought like that would be like I thought that was like a Rodman thing to say.
yeah, Wilt Chamberlain or MJ. Let's go with
Whatever.
I answered the last one, but I'm gonna. Which sucks because
Chamberlain.
let's go with Chamberlain.
I know, that's
That
the
is
right answer. I knew it too. Damn
Oh my God, dude! Where's all this knowledge coming from?
it. Not from this middle of the couch, let me tell you.
It's like we have a Google brain.
All right, it is currently 4-1.
I can fucking. I know
This
where we're
question
at.
is for the Cousins. If you guys get this right, Noah wins. Or sorry, Noah loses. You guys win. You've secured the victory. There's no
Oh
way
my
you can
gosh!
catch
You
up.
know
Can't
what?
believe this
I
shit.
blame the couch if we win.
So
I
question
I
number
was kind
6.
of like liking our losing streak.
I know you guys are on fire now. All of a
I
sudden.
know.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm sorry. It's not that
not
Noah's
a-
bad.
It's just that I'm atrociously bad.
You do realize you're going against 2 brains, and we're barely beating you with guesses.
Yeah, that
2 brain. Well,
80% of
brain
these
and a half. Maybe.
Answers we've gotten right have been
just guesses.
straight guesses.
Which is, I think, more hurtful than knowledge because
Right?
it's just luck.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
Which
All
means
right.
I'm stupid and I have bad luck.
This is the question that will potentially secure the victory of
All
the
right.
Cousins as a 5-1 victory
Here we
against
go.
Noah. Not to keep rubbing it in. What baseball player married Hollywood legend Marilyn Monroe? Was it Joe DiMaggio? Oh, I'm an idiot. Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, or Hank Aaron?
Ooh.
Whose turn is it?
Noah's.
It's the Cousins.
Oh, it's us.
Joe DiMaggio.
If you guys get this one right,
Oh,
you've secured your victory.
I know this
Joe
one's even
DiMaggio.
hope. You don't get it right.
You going
Hank
Joe
A-
DiMaggio?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That is correct! The Cousins are the winner!
And we secure our victory. Man, we smoked you, bud. Sorry.
I feel like Yoda in the prequels where I just have to go into hiding now because I failed.
Well, we usually, if you win, we go on with the podcast. But this is it, guys. We won, so thank you for coming.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for
You're like,
for
we brought
coming
a real
on.
shit
Thanks
stain
for
on
ruining
today.
the fucking show and our losing streak.
Yeah.
Cameras go off, and you're like, hey, can we talk for a sec? What the fuck was that about?
What the hell? We said, what part
That
of
was
we've
good.
only
Good game.
lost.
That's good.
Good game.
Hey,
Hey,
thank
I'm
you.
a sport. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like,
I'm gonna.
Hey, Pepper, the
Hell yeah.
stand is directly in front of your face if you want to crank the mic up. No, like crank the mic upward. Do you see what I mean?
Ooh.
that?
Yeah, so I can see your beautiful face. There you go.
Really give him a load of that pepper.
Give him a
Yeah.
pepper load.
Give him a pepper load.
oh, that. I'll give it to him.
Tell me when.
So, yeah. So what's up, Garen?
I'm texting Dylan to let him know that we beat Noah.
Who's more important? Okay.
Dylan was the first
Dylan
one to
Sullivan?
ever lose.
Dylan, yeah. So
Yeah.
he has some comfort knowing that.
Damn it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Damn it.
It's okay. Hey, dude.
We're just sobbing.
Dylan's killing the game.
He is.
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
Congrats to that
yeah,
dude.
Yeah. If you haven't seen it, everyone should YouTube his set that he did on David Spade's Lights Out.
Lights out.
Lights
This
out.
last, this last
Dylan.
Monday.
Uh-huh.
Fucking
It
dope.
was actually great.
It was great.
Loved it.
It was That was the
It was
first time
cool
I ever
seeing
saw
him
that
on.
show.
Yeah, and it was cool to see someone you know and in that level of knowing each other
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
television.
Like he was on our podcast and then on Lights Out.
Whoa.
not in the same day.
Coincidence?
Coincidence?
I think not.
I think David Spade saw.
I think he saw Cousins and Sons. That's what he did.
like,
I
yeah,
think
it
he
did.
said that on Monday.
Yeah, he was like,
He's
I
like,
saw this guy on some
Cousins
random
and Sons.
contest, saw that he lost at trivia and said, might as well give him a
Might as well give it a
shot.
shot. Well, damn. Then in that case, I'm glad I lost. Like,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
what
No,
that
it's like
leads
it's
to.
like
You're
one
on
of
next
those.
week, bro.
It's like a good luck Chuck thing.
My
You know what I
phone's
mean?
ringing. It's David Spade.
It's David Spade.
His number's
He's
saved, but
called
I've
you.
never met him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so Noah will be performing David Spade Lights Out in
Yeah.
a month from now,
Month from
or something
now.
like that.
We're
Put it in the
Monday night.
universe.
Monday night.
Get an email.
I almost want to
You're
come on
never-
this podcast and lose at trivia as a guest, so I
As
can.
a
We've
guest.
lost so much. We should be on there a few times.
Yeah, you should be regulars.
Yeah.
You should be sitting in the chair doing the interview.
Do you, so you're, again, like most people we talk to on this show, it's either through jiu-jitsu, because that's how we got started,
Fuck
or through comedy. So you've been
Most
doing
comedians.
stand-up for how long?
A little over 3 years now.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Did you start in Arizona?
No, I was not old enough to go into clubs.
Oh,
so,
fair. How
and I-
old are you?
I'm 21.
He's a baby. That's why he's
I'm
a
a
baby.
child.
Okay.
I'm a buttery little child. I
Okay.
have no.
Gosh.
Yeah.
See,
I
that-
ID him at the door.
And that, yeah, no, right,
Yeah.
exactly.
They take an extra long look too, because my ID is still
Oh,
not
yeah.
horizontal to vertical, and so they
Oh,
give
Which
yeah.
it.
fucks me up every time I see him too.
Plus
So I'm
Arizona,
like, you're
I-
not. Oh, you are. Man.
I've had an Arizona driver's license before,
Yeah.
and they don't expire ever.
But what sucks is when I had it traded in, I had to give them my old one, and they cut it.
Cut it?
Yeah, which sucks. I found this out too because my ID is like that. There's some places in Arizona that still won't serve me, even though I am 21, just
Really?
because my ID is facing it.
Oh, they want, yeah.
I,
I
I
got
think
it
Colorado's like
they don't
that.
want to do the math.
I think
Like,
Colorado's
yeah,
like that.
yeah, they're like, I'm holding it different. It's
Yeah,
fake.
it's fake.
Shit.
This isn't you.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't do it out there, and I didn't really start because I'd always been a fan of comedy, but it was something I was always like too chicken to actually try to do.
We're good at it, dude.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's the most addicting thing I've ever done. The first time I did it, I was like, oh, I only want to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I didn't chicken out of ever trying,
Right.
and I actually
That's
did
sure.
it.
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good to
Yeah.
hear.
That
Yeah.
came.
3 years though. So
Yeah.
so you moved here when you were 18?
I moved here. Yeah, I moved here
Ish.
right out of high school. I went to an acting school.
Oh, okay.
And then that was like a 2-year school, and I started when I was there, and then since graduating, like it's been the primary thing I've focused on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Because
it's funny you bring up jiu-jitsu too, because
Yeah.
I did martial arts before I moved out here.
Oh, you
and
did?
I did
Oh, okay.
taekwondo. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
there
nice.
you go.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I love. Oh, dude, martial arts. I miss it a lot. I haven't
Yeah.
trained in a while.
In a
Dude,
while.
And
come to
I-
jiu-jitsu,
Yeah, come to
dude.
jiu-jitsu, dude.
Yeah, man.
We have a
Absolutely.
great school.
Yeah,
Really?
we have great
yeah,
sc-
yeah.
Fuck
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's
That's the
all,
whole
all the
reason
guys.
we-
I don't know. I
are
said
awesome.
really. You're like, yeah. We wouldn't go if it wasn't.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We wouldn't
No,
be
we wouldn't.
accepted.
Yeah, no. It's like it's comedy, and that is like our two families as far as like.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I love that
us
shit, dude.
grounded
Martial
and
arts is a family. I think people don't realize that because it seems like a thing where it's like so solo, but
Yeah.
it's really not because you're building yourself up with a
Right.
team and a
Yep.
family.
Right.
Like that
Yep.
was always a weird thing when I first moved out here. I had trouble looking for a place because I had my family back home, and I was
Right.
like, it feels kind of weird going somewhere else and doing it because
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is what I do with my family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No, I get you.
that's awesome, bro.
Speaking of family,
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that I think you're the second person on this podcast that
I
is a
think so.
motherfucking twin.
Yeah,
a
I'm
Which
a
I don't know
twin.
why I find
Twin.
twins so fascinating, but
Yeah.
they are, you know?
Yeah, we're
Yeah, I
cool.
agree.
Like if
We're
I have
pretty dope.
kids, I hope to have twins.
Yeah,
Doesn't it
we're a
skip
lot.
generations sometimes? Like,
I think it's a
who-
recessive
Is there
gene.
any other
It is.
twins in
Yeah.
your family? Because
You're-
usually, if you're gonna have that,
No.
it'll skip
Really?
the generation.
No.
But
Like your grandpa isn't a twin
No.
on either side? No.
You guys identical?
No.
No.
We're
She's
not
she's actually a she.
So it's two eggs.
Yeah.
Two
yeah.
eggs.
So
Oh.
yeah.
See, didn't know that was
Yeah.
a
Yeah,
difference.
we're
Oh,
Split
yeah.
it.
She's
split
a
eggs
minute
are-
older.
Two eggs
Yeah.
fertilized.
Yeah.
And not
Identical
Not
twins
one.
is the thing that's genetic.
I went to school with a few identical
That's some
twins.
powers,
Oh,
bro.
really?
Like in
I-
high school, there was like a group of us. We were like a
Weird.
gang
You
of
get Twin
twins.
Town.
Twin Town.
Yeah.
Wow.
Twin Town,
That's pretty
USA.
sweet.
yeah.
Arizona, I feel like would I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like a peaceful place to grow up. What does your sister do?
She works at Cat Hospital. She's a vet tech.
Oh,
She
okay.
loves
So
Specifically a
didn't-
cat hospital.
she have a personality like you?
Just for cats.
We are yes. I mean, yeah. She's cool. It's weird because we're very opposite in like the sense that I'm very outgoing and like a Looney Tune, and she's a lot smarter than I am. And like so, we're our thought process is very much the same, but as far as like socially and like how we interact, we are very different.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
we get along like
Really well.
gangbusters.
Yeah.
She's the best. I love my sister. She's amazing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's good, dude.
You said when you came out here, because your home store, I guess you would say, would be Flappers.
Yeah,
That's where you
Flappers in
perform a
Burbank.
majority of your
Yeah.
stuff.
The flip
at.
flaps.
That's my home.
How did you get into that door?
So when I first started comedy, there was a teacher at my school. His name is Adam Chambers. He's in a comedy band called The Show. It's him and then his buddy from school, and they do musical comedy.
Oh wait, yeah, they've performed at my work.
yeah, they're
it's
great.
hilarious.
They're amazing.
No, I haven't seen them in a few years, but no,
Yeah.
amazing.
They're so funny.
The show, they come out and dressed up.
Yeah, they've got
Every
suits, matches.
thing they change into and everything. Oh, dude, hilarious.
Yeah, they're great. Shouts out to them. I see them all the time, so
Yeah.
fuck them. I hate them. But yeah, he was a teacher at my school, and I told him a story, and he was like, "Man, have you ever thought about doing stand-up?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Well, change that." And so when they would do shows at Flappers a few times, they brought me to open for them and do like a few minutes.
That's awesome.
And then through that, I started hanging out around more at Flappers. And then I auditioned there myself to like do stand up. And now I perform there like a couple times a week. And it's like, yeah, it's like my home club. I love everybody there. It's been the best. It's really cool to like have a place where I felt like that's the place that helped me grow and has given me so many opportunities. Yeah.
Hearing
it's
your
nice.
stories makes me wish we go back and forth and being like, oh, I wish we would have started earlier. I wish we would have started here. But no, we're doing it at the right time.
Yeah.
And then we hear you and I'm like, damn, you started earlier.
Yeah, I mean,
it helps.
yeah, for sure.
It changes
it's-
so much. Like I've seen like it's really just about it sounds so weird. I was talking about this with someone the other day. It's not like who you meet or stuff like that, but it's like who you surround yourself with. You know what I mean?
Oh,
And
yeah,
that's
yeah.
super cool. Like especially even with like even with Fourth Wall, even though that's like it's like a pay mic. You see the regulars there, and
Yeah,
it's always
yeah.
the same people that are like
Yep.
are out there working and doing shit, and that
Right.
camaraderie is always
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dope because that's how you get on shows. It's not like
Yeah.
I'll be discovered by someone randomly. It's like, no, you're dope to be around and you're fun
Yeah,
and you're
right,
funny.
And
And then
exactly.
when
people
they
like,
are
do the
doing
show.
a show, they think of you, or they, you come to mind
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they just saw you yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
over
hang
mic
out
or
all the
something,
time.
You know,
It's
yeah.
like, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how it all gets built up through that.
Yeah.
You said you went to acting school.
I did go to acting school. Yeah.
What school?
It's the American Academy of Dramatic Arts.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah.
AMDA or
Ada.
Yeah, what's
Ada. Well, they don't
Ada.
they want you to call it the Academy, but that's
Yeah.
confusing because then people go, the Academy that gives out
Where's
the
that one
Oscars,
at?
and you're like, no, it's Sunset and La Brea.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Yep.
Wild, the Wild West, right there, right in the middle of Hollywood.
Wow.
Yeah.
You went there for how long?
2 years.
Is it a conservatory?
It's a conservatory,
Yeah.
so it was 2 years. I had no gen eds. I
Yeah.
just had like all acting style classes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was cool. I graduated 2018,
Nice.
which was
Congratulations.
wow. That's 2020. Thanks,
It's
man.
2020. 2
Yeah.
years. 2 years out.
2 years out. It was weird when I told my friends I was graduating, like who I went to high school
Oh,
with.
for sure.
They're
yeah.
like, we're like halfway done. And I'm like, I know,
I'm
peace
already
out. You
done.
suck.
Yep, I'm done.
Yeah.
And then
Pretty cool.
So you started doing that. You started doing stand up. You've been doing that for 3 years. You're at
Yeah.
Flappers. You're having shows.
Yeah.
Well, what's next? You're 21 years old.
Yeah, what?
Dude, I don't know.
You got a whole life ahead of you, dude.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, it is. I'm pretty
Stay
done
off
being
the drugs, dude, and you're fucking scoring,
I'm
dude.
pretty done being 21. I felt like 21 for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let's get this shit rocking. And I still have a few months before my birthday, and I'm like, oh man. But yeah, it's just
Oh wait, you're not quite 21 yet.
no, I am 21.
Oh, you are
still,
20.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
You'll
Yeah.
be 22.
I'm 22 in March.
Got it.
Ah.
Oh, when's your birthday?
March 5th.
Oh, mine's March 21st. You say I'll be 30.
Ooh.
So
What are we gonna
No.
do? Throw the fuck down?
probably.
Dude, let's
Dude,
recreate
I can see it now.
recreate the Duality music video by Slipknot.
Yeah, we're
Disrespect to
going to
building.
charge the fourth wall no-how is what we're going to do.
Oh
Yep,
yeah.
It'll be that, but we'll be running into fourth wall.
Yes. Same
We'll start at 7-Eleven.
shot by shot. We'll recreate it.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
man.
just trash the fourth wall.
I watched that music video the other day in my car. Have you seen it?
Which one?
Yeah.
Duality.
Cinema
Yeah.
Duality?
Yeah.
It's where they're like beating the shit out of that house.
Oh yeah,
Dude.
yeah, I've seen it.
I love it.
It's one of the best
Recreate
videos.
that in March.
Yeah,
March,
March.
come and do it.
That's how me and Noah bonded. We're both like the somehow the exact same kind of music.
Yeah,
'Cause
metal
I was
music.
always playing metal at fourth wall.
Oh, yeah.
Some people don't believe me that I like that. Like I talk about it on stage, but they're like, you don't actually listen. Yes, that's all I
Yeah.
listen to.
I
Is
know, I can
metal
see
and
it.
rock.
I
and
can
all
see
that.
that.
Oh yeah, I can
Yeah,
see
I
that.
can
Love
totally
No,
see
y-
that.
yeah.
Especially your style and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
Yeah, it's grungy.
I don't take your beautiful face for anything less than beautiful music. you
Oh
know?
my gosh, yes.
Yeah.
Wait.
Hmm?
Oh, was that me? I said wait. I don't know.
Why'd you say wait?
I don't know.
You teleported. You were like, wait.
Wait.
Wait, I was thinking
traveled.
Well, I was
something
gonna say something, then I forgot.
But no, but then he says wait and throws the mic.
Wait.
Yeah, wait. What if you walked away and we never saw you again? Wait.
what to
If I
say.
throw the mic, it's like it never happened.
Yeah.
Just come back around.
Just wait on me. You know what I mean?
And we're like, wait, what?
Wait, what?
Don't forget about me. Okay, I'm here. I'm here too.
Do you like metal too?
I'm here too.
I'm
Okay.
here too.
You
Wait.
just complimented Noah. Wait, me?
No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
Yeah.
Metal, dude.
Uh,
I was always interested.
oh yeah,
in
I want to
metal
talk about
bands.
fucking Jeremiah Watkins throwing up on Monday.
Oh yeah, man.
So it's your first time going to that
It was
show?
my first time going to Kill Tony, and that
Yeah.
was like one of those things because like as far as like career wise, like I want to like do comedy for like always I want to like make
Yeah.
a living doing it.
Right.
However that is, like touring or like
Yeah.
but like
Writing, whatever.
really like being a regular at the store would be like
Oh,
insane.
That's what we all want.
Yeah, it's
That's our
the
goal.
fucking it's mecca.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
I was lucky enough, like I performed there for the first time in December, and it was like that dream of like I wanted the first time me ever like stepping foot in the club
Yeah.
to be me doing a show there.
Yeah,
and
makes
that's
sense.
what happened.
Yeah.
And I
Nice.
was like, I did not think that that's how that would go.
Yeah.
But I did. It was like a bringer show, but it was like still like
Was it in the belly room?
It was in the belly room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a lot of fun. And then now like this year, I've made it a goal to just like, show face more and like just like
Yeah,
do mics,
it really,
just go
yeah,
around
like you
because
said, be around those people.
yeah, it's like it's a community, like
Yeah.
especially at potluck, like it's almost like the entire like open mic community is like let's all be at this one place
Gotcha.
right here. And so I signed up for potluck and Kill Tony, and Kill Tony is so nerve wracking because like
Oh, yeah.
you just
You
get
know you're gonna
berated.
get-
I've
yeah.
had like
It's so
flu
crazy.
symptoms waiting, like hearing if I was gonna like perform.
Yeah.
I was like sweating because like it's either like you could do really good or you could go terrible. But what really relaxed me is I realized like watching Kill Tony, as long as you're like a normal human being who knows how to like set up a joke,
Yeah.
you'll be fine. Like
Yeah.
they're not gonna like be like you piece of shit. Like
Yeah.
it's just when you get up there and you like have no idea what's going on, and people are
Yeah.
like, I've been doing this for a day and a half, and you're like,
yeah.
why did you come here?
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but
We love it, but thank you.
yeah, Jeremiah Watkins, because he always does like different characters and stuff, and the band does. He came out as the milkman,
Okay.
and I was like,
Yep.
fuck yeah! It feels like Mad Max in there. Like everybody's like,
Oh, yeah.
all
Yeah.
on the vibe.
Yeah.
It's
We've
crazy.
been to a few shows.
It's fucking insane. And he
Ooh.
came out as a milkman, and somehow it came about that like someone like dared him to drink the milk that he brought,
It never
and
goes
he
good.
explained that it was expired,
Ooh.
and everyone was
Ooh.
like,
We don't care.
so.
Yeah.
And so he drank it and then just threw up all over the main stage.
That's
and it was
amazing.
amazing. And then later, they mopped it up. And there was a guy on stage, like one of the bucket picks was up there just watching
Oh
the
my
whole
god, I
thing.
have to go watch this episode now.
Yeah, and they did that, and then later in the episode, they dared him again, and he drank like 4 in a row.
What?
And didn't throw up.
What?
Yeah, he had the rest of the cards, and he was just Oh, that's what happened. The guy who was on stage tried to get like close to the camera.
Yeah.
He said he could shake his eyes or something like that was his special talent, and he spilled the milk, and Jeremiah freaked out like as the milkman, and they were like, "Oh, drink it," and he did, and he threw up a lot.
Wow.
And it was insane.
All on stage.
All on stage, and it was amazing.
Was everyone cheering him on and everything?
Oh yeah, because Tony was like, "Don't drink it." Well, unless everybody wants to, and of course the whole crowd is like, "We want to see him throw up." And so he
They
threw up.
got
all over
what
the
they
place.
asked for.
Yeah,
Wow.
and it was one of the.
God,
it was
just
so much
making
fun.
money for throwing up.
Yeah,
That's badass.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then continuing to
today?
play. He plays a saxophone. Is that what he plays?
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
He plays a lot of things, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's a
talented
sponsored
motherfucker. Yeah, he is a
saxophone
talented
player.
motherfucker.
He's a sponsored music comedian saxophone player.
Really?
Jesus.
Yeah.
By a saxophone company?
Yeah.
I should have learned a goddamn instrument.
I
I
know,
know,
right?
right?
Wasting
Yeah.
my fucking time.
Shit.
I tried. I never had the patience. I would,
Yeah.
like,
I played
try and
bass
learn.
for a little while, but then I just realized I could kind of sing, and I just did
Oh,
that
yeah.
forever.
He
'Cause
could
it takes-
scream too, though.
Oh yeah.
And people, hey, fuck what everybody says. That is a talent.
It's very
you know
hard.
how much hard work
Dude.
that
You
takes?
have no idea
What's
how
that?
hard it is.
Screaming,
to do
dude.
that.
Like
Screaming?
screaming
Oh,
bass.
Yeah,
yeah.
have a range and stuff, and also like be able to speak after the show.
Oh,
You have
yeah.
to do it right.
After you do it for depending on your set, like I
You
see
do
bands that
one
do it for like
show
an
and you'd
hour.
be retired.
Yeah.
Scream for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Put your vocal cords in a blender.
Yeah.
Who is it? The singer of Beartooth, I think. Like somebody asked him, they're like, "How did you get good at screaming?" He was like, "I did it until it stopped hurting." And I was like, "That's
Yeah.
definitely not the way you should do that."
Yeah. It helped when I
Ever.
was younger. Like, so when I was
It's
in
like
bands
anal.
from like when I was in bands from 14 to 18, I feel like you heal so much faster. And
like
then now that
anal.
I'm almost fucking 30, if I try to do it, I'm like, everybody help.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can't-
That was amazing because I was listening to Travis, and then I just hear, "Oh, it's like anal," and it hit my ear, and then traveled to my brain. I was like, "Ah, wait, what?"
yeah, you do it until it stops
You did it,
hurting.
Who has?
That's fucking funny.
Oh God. Yeah.
It's a slow sizzle.
Slow
burn.
sizzle.
I like that
Unlike
I can
anal.
see you. You know
I
what I
know.
mean? I like
no one
I
else
like
can. I'm
facing
behind the
you.
monitor.
I know this is.
Yeah.
It's all weird because me and Steele are flipped, and it's the first time I can't see Travis.
And I'm
Oh,
hiding-
yeah.
I'm hidden behind the monitor.
Oh
It's
yeah,
all-
we are flipped.
It's
huh?
all. Yeah, that's why I was like, I
I
was
wonder
laughing.
why we
'cause-
did that. Usually I'm on that side of you.
Wait.
I'm trying to figure out eventually how we can have
Yeah,
It's
it's
'cause we-
filmed from every angle because I'd like to be able to.
Get a camera right here facing
Yeah.
you.
And since we're not in such a small space now, we can actually, experiment.
Yeah.
Or we could like put it like right above you, so it's kind of like looking down on you.
I gotta
So
have
you're
it.
just like,
Yeah. Oh, and I need a downward angle. I got that chub face. You know what I mean? I don't need a double
It's a
chin on
downward
camera.
angle. Yeah.
Dude, when people try to shoot me from a downward angle, I'm like, absolutely not. You
Like,
need
are
to
you
lift that
fucking
bitch
mind?
up. Do you want me to look like a bulldog in this camera? Fuck.
Yeah, we do have to figure out the camera for those situations where it's like we have some people who don't like the downwards and the upwards and the different angles. We're like, is this angle good for you? Cool. We'll move the camera up a little bit more.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at this. Look at this little book I've got.
Little
I got a
splish.
couple pages here.
I got a couple pictures.
Dude, I learned how to take the best like chin selfies like that. Like where
I've seen this on your Instagram.
Dude, I know that someone showed me the tech. There's a technique to it, and it's the
Oh,
best.
yeah. Is it the Ricky Gervais thing?
Um,
Because he's a pretty pro.
I don't know. So
Totally
what
selfie
someone showed
taker.
me is like you take whatever and like the front of your phone is like the front,
Camera?
and you put it right underneath here,
Oh,
and then you look back,
that's horrible.
and then
Look at this.
Wow.
Yeah, and then- I mean Jesus, you know.
Shut up. You look like a human thumb.
Yeah, I look like a
Jesus.
thumb thumb
Yo.
from Spy Kids, or like
Send that
the,
to us. Send that to us so we could put that.
oh, for sure. Oh,
Shit.
Okay. Well.
They come all the way up. Oh,
Okay.
Five.
we're still recording.
We're still
It's
recording.
totally
Yeah.
fine.
No. Sorry, guys.
And then
Sorry,
half it-
ladies
there's
and
an
gentlemen.
earthquake. You know how.
So,
that
guys,
goes.
our splitter became unplugged because I pulled the cord.
It happens.
It was
I also
100%.
look like-
Katie did it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes,
That look- you
it's-
look
we'll call it the
ridiculous.
James and the Giant
I
Peach
literally
Worm
went to
Challenge.
school
Right?
with a
Worm
girl that looks
challenge.
exactly like that.
James,
Yeah.
James,
Looks like somebody curb stomped
That-
her.
It's a lovely day.
That- I forgot I got a haircut, and then I saw that picture, and I was like, why does my hair look different? Oh, I got rid of a lot of it.
You look fancy. You look like a
Okay,
fancy
okay.
boy.
Thank you.
It does look fresh. Did you do it for the show?
Dude.
What did I do it for? I did it because when my hair gets too long and it gets in my eyes, like at work, I get so
Annoyed.
upset.
You know what we should have wore? Our fucking our jean jackets, guys. Remember
Oh,
our jean jacket?
Jean jacket crew?
All three of us wore our jean jackets.
I think I was there that day.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
a
yeah.
jean
Jean
jacket,
jacket
crew.
boys.
Yeah,
And we were yelling at people who didn't have them.
yeah. And we went all back to
Why are we
back.
so stupid?
Actually,
Why did we
All
do
th-
this?
gosh.
Should we just cancel this episode?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Go
Maybe,
on, get
yeah.
the jackets. We'll be back.
I'm already beaten down. I lost
Yeah.
the trivia.
But we're gonna keep the trivia portion of the show.
Fuck!
Yeah. No, or we could just start over, keep our losing.
It's gonna be a
I'm gonna put
10-minute
that in my
clip of
bio.
Noah
I'm gonna put
losing.
0-1 on
just-
trivia.
yeah, right. All right, this episode of Cousins and Sons is brought to you by winning on Cousins and Sons.
Yeah, I like the couch though. You like the couch, Noah? I know.
I
You're
love
the
the
first
couch.
one. You don't know that.
I
You didn't
do
know the
really like
difference,
it.
Yeah,
but
you
this
don't know
is
the
nice.
pain we went through.
Oh,
God, well, that during the summertime, that fucking place would get so hot back there.
Dude, it
But the-
fucking. This
oh,
sucks.
so pretty miserable.
That's what. Listen, technology needs to figure this out. They need to figure out a very. I mean, they're probably working very hard. A very quiet fan or air conditioning that allows you like during recording.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
no matter what, no matter how fancy the
I
place
bet you
is, it's like turn
JRE's got
AC.
something like that.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, then again,
Oh,
his
yeah.
equipment is so good. I bet he can isolate just.
Oh,
the
I bet.
fucking
Yeah. No, those
speech.
mics
Oh,
and all that
it's-
equipment and everything.
Yeah,
is
because like we've got the third step down from what he's got. Like Segura, if you watched your mom's house, they got the
Oh, my
dope
favorite
mics.
podcast?
But then the fucking best mics is what those Bose black mics. I think
Yeah.
they're Bose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they're so expensive, dude. They're like $600 a mic.
Yeah.
Mike.
You could
mic.
fucking fart in another room and record it if you wanted to, or you could lower it down and you can just right there, only voice.
Damn.
They're
Fart in
so
another room.
impressive.
Yeah.
I
These
really
are
did-
good too. I like these mics.
Yeah.
No, these are.
What
not
are
good.
these? What's like the brand?
Actually, I don't remember.
Yeah, we never wrote that down.
You just look at it.
It just doesn't say, man.
I
really
like the
just not
cut of
here.
them. They just look dope.
No, they
too.
look
They
cool.
do.
Yeah. And I think these
They
mics
look
with
fancy.
the arm makes it look even more professional.
That grip is just like
Yep.
it's not
Yes,
going
I mean, yeah.
anywhere.
Looks
Oh,
metal.
yeah. I'm sorry you got that shitty ass mic.
No, it's okay. I'm grunge.
Yeah, you could just wrap the cord around your wrist.
Do you watch a lot of anime?
No. That's how I'd be busting nuts. Like an air raid siren. Yeah. I really.
I'm just gonna do that on repeat. I'm gonna post that. Just you making that noise.
Yeah, that's my alarm in the morning is my own voice going.
Your own voice.
Because nothing upsets me than recording of my own voice. That'll wake anybody up from a
dude.
deep sleep.
I hate listening to myself, like the voice of it. You know, like
Yeah.
your own voice, and it is like a. I don't know. Is it psychology or like it's an actual thing in your head that makes it so that the sound of your own voice
Sounds weird.
sounds weird to
Yeah.
you.
It's the
Good.
echo off of your jawbone. Your own voice in your own ears sounds like deeper and has more resonance because it's echoing off of your own
yeah.
jawbone.
Like that. I did
And then
a
when you actually
person
hear it
called-
recorded, you're only hearing the vibrations coming out of your mouth instead of what's going through your jaw.
Dude,
So that's why to you your voice sounds different. But I've heard my voice so much that I can hear what it actually sounds
see,
like.
and yeah, and that's why they
Okay.
tell you, especially for this or public speaking, to listen to yourself talk. So then you don't.
And so you can identify what you're actually sounding
what
like.
you actually sound like.
Okay,
Which
gotcha.
I last
makes sense.
week thought I was going deaf in my right ear. I woke up and it was like completely like couldn't hear.
Oh, shit.
I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. And my dad lost his hearing like years ago, but like to the point where I'm like, oh crap, anytime there's a lot of music. So I woke up and I was like, but it felt like more like an inner ear, like sinuses.
Yeah.
Right,
So I
right,
went to the emergent care and I was like, whatever medicine you got to get me on. And she's like, well, here, when's the last time you cleaned your ears? I was like, come again?
Clean my
Oh, yeah. Did you tell us on stage? I couldn't
Yeah,
believe this.
Yeah. And so she's like, okay, well, this is going to hurt a bit. And so she's like, just sit there, hold tight, but don't move at all. She takes her, what are they, like the
Tweezers?
tweezers? Yeah, long tweezers, thin though, to go inside the ear. And as she's going in, it gives that pressure of going in the ear. And you're like, oh my God, you're going to my brain right now. But you can't move. I was sweating from my ass. Like,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
how.
You were both like, you were sliding back.
From
I
like,
was
his
like,
ass.
oh my God,
Dripping.
my abs are just like
Just
clenched, my
dripping.
butt's like this,
Drippy.
trying not to move, and she pulls out this like, like it was a good probably you would have paid probably a good $80 for that goo for if it was weed or something like that, you know, like
Damn.
like
Yeah.
a dab.
a dab. It'd be straight up a dab.
Oh, shit.
And she's like, oh, there it is. I'm like, oh, who? And I could hear it instantly.
yeah.
She's like, well, I'm like, oh, whew, that was nice. And she's like, there's actually more in there. She had to go back in 7 more times.
Whoa.
To pull out the exact
My
probably
hands are
amount,
clammy.
Really?
the exact amount
Ugh.
probably each time, and then finally she's like, okay, that's good, and then she's like, let's do the other ear, and luckily that side she only had to do it once, which pulled out a good
Did
amount.
you make a Shrek candle?
I almost wanted.
know,
I was
that's
like,
right.
to the
I
where the
thought of
nurse
that
who was
too.
helping her was like, the first time was like, I've never seen that much before.
That's crazy.
like-
I really
You're
want
like,
to go
yeah,
get my
it's pretty
ears
big, huh?
cleaned
Yeah,
now.
and I'm like, oh my
I know, right?
gosh.
Like,
I
like
mean, I've never
shoulder-
had it professionally done.
I mean,
Well,
I use Q-tips
yeah.
to get like
Don't
runny wax.
don't
don't
use
even
the
do that.
Q-tips. Actually, is what they
don't?
say.
Not
Use the
really.
Q-tips for the outside of the ear, or like the outside of like that whatever this part is.
Yeah, yeah.
But not inside, because what happens is you end up just packing it in more and more.
So I gotta put tweezers in my brain?
Probably, but I don't know if
Nah,
that's
fuck
safe
that,
either.
dude.
No,
You probably
I
should
know,
leave
I
it to
know.
the pros.
Yeah. You could use what's that stuff called? The
Saline solution.
it's saline, but it's also you use it for peroxide. I think it's peroxide.
Oh, yeah,
Peroxide.
I think
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it in there and go deaf.
Yeah, just go. Just let it happen.
Because I've earned it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
But no, it was
That's
just
fucking
it was
crazy.
Yeah,
dude. It
that's-
was
that
so
is
no,
crazy.
to the
7
point where after it happened, it hurt so bad for like 20 minutes. I was like, I'm gonna need like this is painful, like almost like when you have cavities filled or something.
Yeah.
But it was like I was hearing my voice for the first time. Even
Weird.
just me
Oh, wow.
talking, not like on recording or anything, but like me talking. I was
Weird.
like, so that's what my voice sounds like. It changed. So yeah, go get your ears cleaned or just go deaf.
Did you have that when, like, when you swim sometimes and then you like need to fucking
Oh,
pop
yeah.
your ears? I remember sometimes that would it would not happen for a really long time.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, I think I need to go to the hospital.
Oh yeah,
You get
parents
stuck
said,
in the
"Yeah,
ear
yeah,
channel.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It
what you need
gets,
to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then finally it like pops.
yeah.
You can
yeah.
like feel the liquid just like bleed down the side of your
Oh,
face.
that's the best.
Oh, I haven't had that happen in a long time.
No, me neither.
But I haven't been
I haven't
swimming in a
swimming in a while
long time
either.
either.
That is very, yeah.
yeah.
And even if I swim, I don't feel the need to like dive to the deep end.
Yeah, I
or
know.
shit
I
like
just
that.
I think I'm more
It's
of
more
a
of
hot
a waiting
tub guy.
I'm like
these
a waiting
days.
hot dog
Hot
guy.
tub is cool.
Yeah.
Dude, we went to this freaking store while we were in Nashville, and it was they like sold all kinds of different shit like just like patio equipment and
Yeah, yeah.
things like that. And but they also sold pools, and they had like those stationary pools that you
Oh,
could
yeah,
swim
yeah.
in. Dude,
Oh, yeah,
they
yeah.
had some of those. Dude, they were like fucking $40,000. Yeah, I mean,
Damn.
like it was probably as big as this room, like
Yeah,
in this
yeah.
living room, and it was
Yeah.
just like a stationary pool where it's just like it could be a hot tub. Like there was like a section off in it where you could just like lay and like the jets like hit your entire
Wow.
body, and you were like laying like at like a 0 degree.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty legit, dude. I don't know. There was these massage chairs there too that were like better than a
Oh
fucking
yeah, you were
human
saying
being,
that
dude.
your dad
Better
was
than a human
wanting
being.
to buy one of those.
It was like, it's like, oh wow, it feels like 7 women are fucking massaging you. That's what this
Wow.
thing feels like.
7.
Just all at
Wow.
once, because it's all hitting you get your arms, your feet, dude. You
I
get
fu-
your feet. You know what I'm talking about? Do you get what I'm saying?
I'm feeling.
feet,
I'm
dude.
I'm
He's
imagining
feeling
it
it.
right
your
now.
fucking feet,
Like,
man.
Dude, we're gonna
A chair.
one day we're gonna have massage chairs.
Oh, for the show? I don't know
the
if we'll probably just pass out, dude.
I
Yeah.
know.
They're sitting there
You'll be like,
talking,
wait.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, they get your neck, like, it even stretches out your spine. Like, it'll hold you in the chair and then just, like, stretch you out. It's insane.
Dude, hot
They
tubs
really
are the
figured
best.
it out, guys.
They really
Figured
got
it.
it going on. Yeah. Dude,
Jeez.
hot tubs, pools are the best. I grew up like with a pool,
Oh, well, yeah.
and so
Arizona.
like jumping
Every
around.
house
Oh
has a
yeah.
pool.
Jumping
Did your
around.
hair ever turn color?
No. My
Was it-
sister's did because she
did?
was blonde.
Oh,
So
yep,
like
yeah,
the
that makes-
chlorine in the
yep.
pool would like if you couldn't wash it would turn it green.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mine didn't really have that. That's always like tough too, like with red hair, like trying to dye it too. I tried to dye it once when I was younger, and it
Oh,
just
can't
doesn't
even-
work out. Like just because it's so
Oh.
light.
You just got that sucks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you're just kind of stuck.
Yeah,
You gotta just be who
It's
you
impossible
are.
to de-ginger.
it really is. Once you get it, like once you go red, you have that till you're dead. You know what I mean?
There it is.
There it
That's
is.
right.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I didn't know where. I ran into that forest and I was like, I don't know how to get out. And
But you did it pretty
But I brought a
fast.
machete. I was like, here we go. We're
There
done
we
now.
go. And dead.
And,
Oh, woo.
ooh, dead.
He made it.
Yeah, I was like,
I love when that happens.
Yeah.
When you're on stage and stuff, and you're just like,
fires
I should
off.
not have done this. I should not be here right now. And then you bring it back, and you're like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, dude, that was the
Thank
worst
God
when I
that
first
worked.
started. And I was like, if I, like, the first couple times I bombed, because I only have enough material of, like, how much time they gave me.
Oh,
and I
yeah.
could just, at the start of the sentence, I could feel the fear building of I didn't know where to go afterwards.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, no. And then I would finish the sentence, and I was like,
That's the worst.
first time I ever bombed like hard was at the haha.
Ooh, nice. Tell us about it.
Oh, I ate a dick at the haha.
Yeah, it's
It
it
Oh,
was
you did.
it
You
was
said-
bad,
did.
man. I just
when?
I tried to tell that police beating me up story to an all-black audience who hated me from Go.
Yep.
oh shit.
Oh, I think you
Yeah.
did tell me about. Was this on a Leon Walker show?
No, this is no. I've always done well at Leon shows. This is this disjointed, fucked up show called The Comedy Joint. It's like the dude who's hosting is also playing in a band, and he'll just stop playing and then saunter on stage. It was like it was one of those shows that was trash to begin with. And
Oh,
it was
yeah.
only like 15 people,
Oh,
and they fucking hated me. Like a 500-pound woman sitting in the crowd, and she was really happy that I got beat up.
she's like, yeah, damn.
She was
great.
like, "Go fuck you."
How'd you bomb, Noah?
Yeah.
What happened?
Tell us about your bomb.
It was just like that was like one of the first clubs I like performed at outside of like flappers in my school,
Yeah.
like doing stuff. And I remember it was one of those things I just did. I only had enough material that I was like given the time for, and I just blanked. I got so nervous, like I couldn't see anybody because you can never see
nah.
anybody with the lights on. But I was like, and I just stopped talking for like a couple. I was like 15 seconds.
yeah.
I was like. And it felt
It's a
like
long
3
time.
hours, and I walked off stage. I was like, I never want that to happen again. The set like was going okay, but I just
It's important
like-
for those moments to happen, so you never
Yeah.
do it again, though.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
bombed at a
That's a good
mic
point.
last night.
No,
What
last
happened?
night?
Where
Yeah.
at?
Flappers.
Oh, the flip flap. Those mics are hard. Did you do the Yoo-Hoo room ones?
No, it was in the bar.
Oh, well, the bar
bar.
mics where comedy goes to be sad.
It was tough, yeah, because I was like, I got some new stuff. I always hate it when I write something and I'm like, oh fuck yeah, and then I do it and everyone's like, nope, and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, well my brain is just wrong for my sense
Yeah.
of humor. But
We were, what were we at the other night? And this is side note, but it's a great thing to talk about just in general comedy. Travis, we talked to Sweetman
Sweet man.
right.
after his show,
Yeah.
and he even called it out, being like, I got nervous. I went down a road I shouldn't have. He talked about stuff that his wife was there in the audience that she wouldn't have wanted, and she didn't talk to him the rest of the night.
Oh, that's
Really?
right.
Oh,
We
shit.
saw him last night.
Oh,
Right?
no.
It was last night. Yeah, dude. Like she was so mad at him. Yeah.
And then so
He hadn't
we kind
touched
of,
it.
Steele kind of told him about what you kind of said as far as like doing new material in front of big audiences like that and
Yeah.
stuff. He's like, God, he's like, no, that's good. That's great to know. I wish I would have even thought to not do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took the criticism from that, or the critique from that. Great.
Sweetman seems like
Yeah.
he
Oh,
would.
he's
is.
an easygoing
Because
guy.
no, he knew he started the night off. He went right after the host, and yeah, Travis
It
was able
started
to.
strong.
He did, and
Yeah.
then Travis
he
was
was doing
able to do
fine.
a play-by-play of what his emotions were, just based upon how
Yeah.
he was saying
I could
things,
tell
how
exactly
he was
what
on
was happening
stage.
to him.
Yeah.
And I was
You were
like,
his
that's what-
confidence is gone.
Yep, I was like,
I was
No,
like,
he's
he
gone.
physically moved to the back of the stage, which
Yep.
is an act of retreat in the
Yeah.
eyes of the audience.
Travis, I can't even imagine like just because you ran down the numbers of like how many mics and stuff you've seen.
And this is in 2
I-
years, and I started in
I'm an asshole.
09.
I can't even imagine like how
Still.
like how fucking like just the things you pick up on watching people
Oh,
of
yeah,
like
dude.
oh yeah like just the behaviors like that, like retreating from the audience or like going too close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, it's there's so much subtle like body language stuff that people do they don't realize they do, and there's also like I've gotten better. What took me it was easier to figure out what other people are doing wrong than myself. But
Right.
now I finally hit the point where when I start to retreat, if a joke's not working, I run to the front almost like, hey, this is gonna work, and then you kind of go on the attack for a second,
Right.
but then you mid the stage, then you make
Yeah.
sure you go back. And so you're not just like fucking throwing jokes at them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
what I mean?
you telling us that the other night, me and Steele both last night were
Yeah.
very conscious of it.
Yeah, I
like
thought so
moments
too.
to where
yeah.
like I'm retreating. I'm like, no, fuck this, and I walk to
Yeah.
the center of the stage. You
And
know,
also,
like,
if you, it seems like if you watch guys like Bill Burr, sometimes he just reaches over and he grabs the mic stand just to fuck around with it. That's because he's so comfortable with his material. But most of the time,
It's the opposite.
it's because you're freaking out. Like most of the time, if I'm fiddling with the mic stand, it's not that you're freaking out, but it's just
Yeah, you're
you're
right.
no longer confident with the performance that you're doing.
Right.
You know?
You're not in your own feet. Like that's
Yeah.
just something to latch onto, like a tether.
It's a
And you feel
physical
like you have to
crutch.
let go.
It's literally like, oh, I need to hold something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I've
there
done
was.
it many a time.
Oh,
I do that
still
a lot.
it.
Oh, dude, I hate when you reach for the stand and it's not there, and
You feel
everybody's
like
like,
an
"We just watched you
asshole.
try
Oh,
and
yeah,
grab
yeah,
it."
right,
And since
The-
everyone else is comics, they're like, I know exactly what you
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yeah,
You watch
we're
that,
just
and you
like,
start,
"Oh,
you go,
yep."
"Oh no, buddy."
'Cause it's like, it's not like you're just trying to fly.
Oh no. Well, and that's why with us, like we've only been doing it a year, but seeing those, like I mean, when I first started too, you made fun of me for tangling up the cord.
Oh,
I used
yeah.
to tangle
Yeah,
the cord
I
up.
was just like,
I
you
used to like, he's like, what are you doing,
motherfuckers, leave the-
origami with your damn
Damn
cord?
cord. Yeah,
That's
what's
right,
going on up
yeah.
here?
I was like,
that was true. I forgot about that.
And I was like,
forgot I
oh,
gave
that's
you
cool.
shit for that.
I was like, oh, dang it. Or like even me putting the mic back in the mic stand correctly because it'd be upside down. Those are just things where I'm just like, okay. I cognitively think of that when I'm ending a set. Like I'm like, okay, make sure this is up.
Yeah.
And then last night there was a guy there. I don't know if he's new or don't know if not, but like, and he was funny, like the stuff he did, but he was up there and the mic was down here, like below his waist almost,
I hate that.
to where you were wondering like, does he realize that he's not holding the mic? I mean, you're not loud enough to really not need that. And then he'd look at the mic like we do, like you said, when you're nervous and need something to touch you. He looked at the mic and we'll look at it, and then he'd also coil up the thing a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And then to the point where when he did look at the mic, it was as if he had never seen the mic before. And he was like, why'd you guys give me this? What is this? What is this for? Anyways,
That's weird.
Yeah, and then I'm like watching the whole thing go, he knows that, like, just his delivery looked like he's been doing it a little bit, but the way he handled the mic was just like I'm like, and he's from Ohio, so
Oh, really?
that's
Who
when I
it?
was
Do you
gonna.
remember his name?
What was that guy's name?
Name names. Fuck this guy.
Shit, I
This
can't.
guy.
I can't even
He's
like
probably a good guy.
fucking remember what he looks like.
I
Where
can't
was this
believe
at?
how many people don't have a
football?
basic understanding of just how a goddamn microphone works. So working at fourth wall for so long, just people come in and they'd be overhead and then like just crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Or like really having like doing that stuff, like holding it way down.
Yeah.
I'm like, sometimes though, I guess I get it. Like they're so nervous if they're new. They're not even aware of the sounds
Well, he might
that
not
they're
even be
making.
new is the
Right.
thing. I just heard Ohio and the way he held the mic. He had the confidence of not being new. Do you know Nick DeMaio?
That name sounds familiar.
That does sound familiar.
I think I've seen him at fourth
Here,
wall
could I
before.
s-
What
do
was
you
he
have a
doing? Yeah, because
picture?
no, I've never seen him do that to the mic. That's really weird. Was
No,
he
that's
like,
what I said. It's like
was he fucking high?
I've seen the name before. He said he had just moved here from
picture.
Ohio.
Can you pull that up?
I don't know but again, and I've seen the name before, so that's where I was like confused. I was like, this guy knows what he's doing, but the way he was holding the mic is just one of those tell signs of like.
Nick DeMay, the guy with the glasses. No,
Hold on, I'm gonna Facebook creep
it was
him.
last night. It
Yeah,
was last
he was
night.
wearing the sweater.
How's Io?
DeMayo.
How do you spell it?
DEMIO. Everybody's looking this up right now.
DEM.
Dude, Nick, we're giving you a lot of fucking
Yeah.
publicity here, bro.
No.
Nope, that's not.
Nope.
But again, and it's not like I'm honestly trying to talk shit as far as more as just being like the way he held the mic. It's just like what we were talking about, like not knowing when you're doing certain things.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, that's why even filming yourself, if you're in the first 5 years or so, to know exactly what you're doing on that stage,
Right,
and to
yeah.
know what
For the
your
record.
nervous things are, or
Yeah.
I started like this is the thing that like has just helped me relax. Like when I'm doing like during shows and stuff, sometimes shit'll fuck up, and I've noticed like sometimes people will talk about it as if it's not happening. Like
Yeah.
they'll just kind of talk over it or like change or like ignore it. But
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
just like I'll openly like even if everybody didn't see it, I'll discuss it. Like a couple times my shoes have come on like one of my shoes. I'll step on a lace and my shoes has come untied, and I'll be like, oh. Now I'm thinking about this. No matter how good this set goes, I'm gonna think about how my shoe came untied.
Oh, yeah.
Just because it like, there's no point in pretending like people don't fuck up.
Yeah.
And I think like now I'm getting more comfortable with the fact that like it's okay if I fuck up.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
For sure.
In front of people.
It's owning that. That's that next level of nope, I'm messing up.
Yep.
Nope,
Fuck
that didn't go as good as I went. Like
Yeah.
nope,
And not getting like defensive, like oh it doesn't fucking matter, but
Yeah.
being like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
This is part of it now. Like whether I like it or not,
Yeah,
it's still
yeah.
going on.
yeah, you didn't. Yeah, and yeah. Again, it's not about you didn't get it or I have to explain to you what the
Yeah.
joke means. No, it
You guys
was
don't
my
know who
fault.
Bill Clinton is?
Yeah. You guys don't know
Were
Bill
you here for
Clinton?
that? Were there for that? The Bill Clinton thing?
thing. That was funny.
That was so funny, dude.
I'm glad you
I
were there
think
for
about
that,
that frequently at mics, and I want to say it,
But
But
not enough people.
nobody
did.
will fucking get it.
Yeah.
Well,
Literally,
that's
this
based
room
on
will get it.
Yeah,
and
that's
it.
it.
That's about it. Yeah.
that's based on a comic we all know that goes to fourth wall.
Yeah.
Older gentleman, won't say his name.
Won't say his name. We'll leave. Yeah,
Who-
see,
yeah,
Nick, we like you, but
Yeah, but
No.
during one of the 15-minute mics, he did a joke about Dick Cheney. It did not go well.
yeah.
And he goes, "You guys don't know who Dick Cheney is, huh?" And they got
He
mad.
explained what online dating was the other day.
Did he really?
Yeah, no, he did. He's like, you guys don't know what it is. No, and
Dating on the web.
Yeah, on the web.
Yeah.
He explained that.
And I'm like, bro,
You
that's
guys ever
not.
tried that?
What is?
Huh?
He was having a conversation outside with me that that really blew my mind the other day, because he was saying how much so many of these people come in, and how do they not know they're not funny? And then I'm like,
Huh?
it's just like, I want to hold up a mirror.
Wow.
Hey, man.
I can't believe it, but I mean that's
Wow.
he's a perfect example. It's they don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
They don't-
Yeah.
they
So
just don't know.
sad.
Huh.
That's
That
what a
is-
beautiful world of delusion
It
that
is.
must be. I live in. I think I'm quite funny, but I also live in a world of I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
Ah!
Oh yeah, dude. At least once a day,
Yeah.
I have the thought. I'm like, yeah, I don't think I should be doing this. I'm not good.
Yeah, I know. And then
you relax, and
Yeah.
then you sit down.
and
And
it's
you're
the
like,
people
"All right."
who really should do this who have those fucking thoughts,
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
and the
Yeah.
people who should never do this are just like
I-
I fucking rock
I'm
it.
Yeah,
Everything.
oh yeah, exactly. It's always the most confident ones that are the ones that are like, you
Yeah.
should have been beaten as a child.
Dude, I did this was like a while ago, like a few months ago. Craig Conant, fucking hilarious comic. I did a show. I used to produce a show at Flappers, and we had him, I think, feature or headline one time.
Oh
And
yeah.
it was crazy because he had already made a name for himself and was already like performing and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like,
Is he a writer for someone now?
he opens for Dalia. I think
That's
that's
right,
what
okay.
he
Yeah,
does
yeah.
a lot.
I couldn't remember if he wrote for someone or what he was.
No, he
doing.
has he's got his podcast, but he did the show, and I remember like seeing him. I was like, oh shit, like he's a professional, like he does like all this stuff, and so like, but he came off stage, and then he went up to me, he's like, yeah, man, he's like, I don't know how that went, like, and he was like going over his notes and stuff, and I was like, it's cool like seeing someone who like is already pre-established be like, oh man, that didn't work out, here's what I'm gonna fix. And I
Yeah.
was like, that's fucking dope. It helped me be like, okay, so even
Yep.
people who are like have careers like.
Oh,
No,
that's
yeah.
dude.
Stress
I was in Cincinnati and saw Bill Burr, and he was working on not Paper Tiger, but the one before it that everyone thought was kind of okay.
Mhm.
He was working on that special, and I saw him do that live. And like he stopped in that gorilla joke, and he's just like, I've been trying to make this stupid fucking joke work for 6 months, and then he went off about it, and it was really cool to
That's
fucking
awesome.
see.
Fucking
No, yeah,
Like
that's
this dude's still writing just like we
that's
are.
fun
Yeah.
to see too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can do that. Go to the store and see half these guys who they might in the main room do their set that they know will
Right.
kill.
yeah.
But that's
But
smart.
seeing them do in the OR, see some of their sets, especially the later night sets where it's like 20 people in the audience. That's when a lot of their open mic starts. You know, where it's like
Right.
Yeah.
you have these big names who are there, and then they're just working out material, and you can see them like either
Yeah.
bomb or how they handle a crowd of 10 people, how they, like you're
Yeah,
like, oh,
for sure.
And the good thing about like the store, especially if it's like the really, really late shows, anyone there to watch it is a true fan of comedy. So you can probably
Exactly.
say some really fucked up shit.
yep,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
Really
they're like,
try
go
some
for
new
it.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
and
no
they'll
like
really
someone
tell
who's
you if it works or
someone
not.
who's passing by and they're like, I'll stay till 2 in the morning.
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
that's
what is
why-
it? 3 a.m.
That's what's so
Check
hard
out
about mics. And that's why I
comedy.
like especially like Fourth Wall and some of the regular places, because that's the place to try new shit.
Yep.
So much of the places where it's lottery, like Potluck and like the Improv, you
gotta
can't
do
do
old
like
shit.
new shit because like
Oh,
bookers
yeah.
are watching.
No, yeah.
You're like,
Right,
let me do
exactly.
this
Oh,
thing
yeah.
I've never talked about before. You got to do work shit.
Yep.
And so it's so tight and it's so tough. Whereas at other places, you're like, hey, this is something I wrote today. This
Yeah.
could be ass.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
want to get it out of my
That's
system.
that's the good thing about the fourth wall and these slotted mics
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
It's like then you really don't have to feel guilty about nothing.
No.
You know what
Yeah.
frustrates
And,
me
you
to no end though? When people go on booked shows, like show they've been booked on, even if it's a bringer or even if it's just a no pay show,
Mhm.
if there's a flyer for the damn show
Yeah.
and they get up there and they treat it like an open mic.
Oh yeah, they
Like,
have their
no, this
phone
is
out
when
and
you bring the
everything
dick.
too, and they.
Yeah, it's a book show, and
Yeah.
they're like, man,
Dude.
what happened to me? They're like, I didn't really plan it. I'm like, you.
There's this
I hate
guy
you.
who I
unprofesh.
think he should, from the look on my face during this show, he should know how much I hate him. but like I haven't really seen him since. It was a book show. It's Benny Blue's show. It was at the K-Town Fourth Wall.
Mhm.
He is so late. He has to go up for 10 minutes after the headliner,
What?
and
What
he's
the fuck?
holding his phone and reading through his notes.
Wow.
And I looked
They
at
let him
him
go up
the entire
anyways?
time he was on stage. I looked at him with just aggressive hate in my eyes.
Oh, of course.
I was like, "You are disrespecting comedy, this
Everything.
show,
Wasting time.
and
all this stuff.
everybody."
Yeah, everyone a part of it.
Alone at being like, hey, you have to go up at the headliner. Oh, I'm too late.
Yeah.
I'm not doing the show anymore.
I wouldn't even
I just
show
be like,
up.
"No, I don't want to do that." Yeah, he
Yeah.
followed Doc Willis. Doc Willis is a
Who was
badass.
it?
Yeah.
This
Doc
makes me
Willis in
think-
25 minutes.
Oh,
and then-
jeez. And then you're like, oh, I'm going to go
Yeah.
after this. Your show's over, but this asshole wants to come in here.
I was at the store last night. I can't remember what his last name is. This is my first time. Is Earl something? Earl S.K.
I think I know who you
But like it was late, so there was
Yeah.
only like it was funny because like it was another one of those things like true comedy fans and like how you deal with it. Like he's got a name for himself, and he like someone went up and then 30 people left as he was getting up.
Jeez.
And he joked about it the whole time, and it was so funny like seeing him react. And
Yeah.
he made the funniest joke. He was sitting there, something didn't land, and he was so comfortable in the fact that like there was only a few people there, and he was just like
Yeah.
having fun. He said a joke. He was like, "Man, sometimes I just want to like drive past the store and like not go up," and it was just so funny just hearing that brutal honesty of like,
Yeah.
man, sometimes fuck this, you know. And it
Yeah.
was so funny, but like it made the room so much more comfortable.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I know what's going. He's like, there's only a few people here. He's like, but like,
Hey,
I'm here.
you
I'm
got to
having
go
fun.
up.
And
The
it was
show must
fucking
go
cool.
on.
That's awesome.
So
Dude.
we are at the end of
Yeah.
this.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
fast
dude, you
road.
got shows coming up soon?
Let me
Next
look.
month or so?
Yeah, I got a few. I'm doing.
This will come out probably Monday, so
Yeah, this one-
anytime in the next.
So after Monday.
Yeah.
Let me fucking.
Because you have a show Sunday, I think, too.
I have a show. Yeah, I have a show Sunday night
Right.
at Flappers.
So hopefully your show went good yesterday. 'cause
Yeah.
This airs. the
Yeah.
day-
yeah.
Yeah.
I got a show Monday night, and then I have a show on Tuesday.
Okay.
At
At Flappers as well?
At Flappers, yeah, I'm opening for. I forgot her name.
No, Copfer, everybody.
But she does. She.
And then social media?
Social media.
Social media. Noah Copfer Comedy on Instagram. Noah Copfer on Twitter.
No
Sweet.
Copfer on Twitter. Sweet.
Yeah. Thanks for having
Well,
me.
yeah,
Guys. This is
thank
Dude,
you
of
for
course, thank you
coming.
for
I'm so
coming,
glad
dude.
we were
We'll
able to
have you
have you
again
on
for
and
sure.
everything. Yep, this was
Okay.
Noah. And remember, don't talk about it.
Be about it.
Peace.
Peace.
Don't break the mic.
It's not what you wanted from me. Been trying to make sense of my mistakes. My mistakes, yeah.
Hey, you guys, thanks for watching this episode. Please hit that subscribe button. Go follow us on all the social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
And remember, if you want to go the extra mile, you can also support us over on Patreon, where in the future we'll be able to get unreleased content and content that nobody else can see. And remember, guys, don't talk about it.
Be about it.
Peace.